What is going on, guys? It's Renegade G Ninja here, and this is my first video of the actual Call of Duty Black Ops 3 game. The earlier ones were beta, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the differences that I noticed from the beta to the actual Call of Duty. So if you guys played the beta, then this might be helpful because it does play a little bit differently that I've noticed than the beta did, and if you haven't played the beta, then that's fine. You can just enjoy the video. Before I get into the video, I wanted to talk to you guys and let you know that I'm on Twitch now, just Twitch streaming. I've just started it up. I literally made the account yesterday at Renegade G Ninja. That was my gamer tag on Xbox, so just going to roll with that. Back when I used to play on Xbox, I'm on PC now, but I do Twitch stream now, so if you guys like to watch Twitch streams, please go over there and give me a follow, because I don't really have any followers. I just started it up, and it seems to be something that I would like to do. I usually play late at night, but I kind of play here and there, so don't really have a set schedule. So if you guys want to jump over there and follow, if you like Twitch, that would be great. If I actually get some followers and stuff like that, I would actually invest in a camera and stuff like that, but right now I'm just starting up, so there's really no reason for me to get a webcam and stuff like that with no followers. But let's get into what I found is different. So because it changes your play style a little bit. It's nothing crazy, but I've noticed like in the beta, submachine guns were where it's at. I think I made a video even saying that. Submachine guns just beat assault rifles every day of the week. You had to run primary gunfighter if you wanted to run any kind of assault rifle. And most of the maps that you played in the beta were really small anyway, so there was really no point. The SMGs just had so much range. There just was no point really to use an assault rifle. And I haven't used all the guns yet, so I can't, talk too much about it and say I have so much experience. But it seems like the assault rifles in some way have gotten a buff, because every assault rifle I've used has actually been pretty useful. This is the KN-44, which replaced the ARK. The ARK was, it's just the first gun that you can unlock, so I just started running with it. And it was actually my favorite assault rifle back in the beta, so I just kind of was running with this. And it just, you can just see in the gameplay, it just kind of melts people. And back in the beta, it just wouldn't do that. You would, when you do use an assault rifle, you do have a penalty when you aim down sights, but laser sight is really useful for that situation, or you can get a stock to negate it, or you can just rabbit hop or just bunny hop a lot. Like as soon as you see somebody, just jump, and that kind of negates the fact that you slow down like your feet are in mud when you need to aim down sights. Plus these maps, the new maps, the actual game maps, seem to have longer lines of sight than the beta maps, so it seems like the assault rifles are actually worth playing, which is actually really cool because I'm an assault rifle kind of guy, and I was kind of disappointed that the beta was like pretty much all SMGs and stuff, or that were any good. And I would play it because I was still having fun in the beta, but I'm really an assault rifle kind of guy, so I'm really excited about it. It seems like Ghost still isn't quite that useful in a suppressor, like trying to be sneaky. It definitely seems to be more useful than in the beta, just because the maps are, I think, a little bit, I don't know if all the maps are bigger, but they seem to play a little bit bigger than the beta maps did, in my opinion. So you can kind of sneak and flank a little better. Maybe it's just because everybody's kind of new at the maps and they don't really know them that well, but it seems like being stealthy is pretty useful. I noticed that I don't seem to need tac mask as much, so that's, I don't know if they nerfed the concussions and the tacticals. I'm not exactly sure how the coding works, but tac mask was a must in the first one, or in the beta, should I say. It was just a must. Like, you had to have it or you played half the game stunned. And it just seems like it's just not, like, you can get stunned and stuff, but it's just not quite as big of a deal. Like, if you were stunned in the beta, you were dead. Like, it was over. So if that guy didn't kill you, somebody else would kill you. They just lasted forever, and it just seems like that's really not the case. But it does also seem like lethals have been increased, because I could have grenades land right next to me without flak jacket on in the beta, and it wouldn't even hurt me sometimes. And no, that would hurt. I'm exaggerating, but you get my point. Like, I wouldn't die from the frag pretty dang close to me. And in this game, they're actually, like, I've gotten multiple random grenade kills, and that like never happened in the beta. Like, I think I got like 1 or 2 grenade kills the entire beta, and this one, like, you can kind of just chuck them in it. And so I think lethals are a little bit more powerful, which makes flak jacket a little bit more useful. So if you notice that in the beta and you didn't like to run flak jacket, it might be worth putting on. I run it just because of the fact that there's really nothing else in the first tier class that really strikes my fancy anyway, so it's perfect. Actually, it works out really well. Awareness is definitely my third tier go-to perk for situational awareness. I have a headset on, so it makes it way better. And then tac mask is always useful, but it just doesn't seem to be a crutch situation like it was last time. So those are just a couple of the tips that I found. Oh, and else, the KRM shotgun, the single shot slug. It's not a slug. It's just a single shot shotgun. Used mostly hip firing. It just slaughtered everybody in the beta. Like, I'm not even a shotgun kind of person, and I would put it on all the time, just because you almost couldn't go wrong with that thing. You could hit people like halfway across the map with that dang thing, and they would just drop. And this one, it seems like unless you're right up on them, like in their face, it's gonna be a two-shot kill. Like they took the range considerably off of that thing, which is a good thing. I'm not upset about it. I did get frustrated using it. I was like, this thing's not freaking working. And then after I thought about it, I was like, that's kind of good, because it was OP. It was really OP. And so it's actually kind of a good thing, because you don't want a game that everybody just runs around with shotties all the time, and that's all you do. So that's definitely something that I noticed, is that shotgun seems to be nerfed quite a bit. And oh man, I can't believe they stopped me gravity spiking there. I was on such a tear. But yeah, so hopefully those like things help you if you were always going to that shotgun or always going to SMGs and not trying out the assault rifles, and or not trying flak jacket or anything like that. You know, you might want to try some of those things, because they actually, like, the things I've noticed, quite a few things have gotten nerfs and buffs and tweaks and everything else. So it plays a little bit different. So, you know, you might want to try guns that you didn't try before. You might want to try different things, because oh man, I'm gonna mess the name up. The XR2, I think it is. It's the 3-round burst assault rifle. It really wasn't that great in the beginning or in the beta, but like now it's a pretty good gun at range, and you can hip fire at distance. I haven't got my laser sight on it yet. I mean at close range. I haven't got my laser sight on it yet, but I'm going to try it here shortly. But yeah, so hopefully that helped you out. Maybe there's some tips if you're just getting into the game that might give you a hand. So give me a follow on Steam and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, guys.